as well.
And you're gonna see. Oh no.
You're gonna see makeup.
That's not yet. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see green makeup.
You're gonna see green makeup before CGI effects. You're gonna see
basically.
like Kurt Connor's arm will be in this. Sometimes it'll be off. Sometimes it'll have the green screen.
It's not the final
glow.
footage.
It's not the final footage. So he warns us in advance, and it's pretty brave to do that. So now I'm like excited. And then he says, by the way, it's not in 3D. It's in glorious 2D. Which, I'm like,
we take off the glasses.
Great. We take the glasses off. We're gonna watch about 8 minutes of footage. No, I say 6 minutes of footage.
No, it was 8. It was more than 6.
No. Total was 8. But hold on. Total was 8. But
okay,
we got to see 6 at this point.
Right. Yeah.
We get to see 6. The footage rolls.
Spider-Man. We finally get a real Spider-Man.
Guys, let me tell you something.
I'm going to get another beer. I'm going to contain myself. Right. I'm going to get another beer. You carry on. You carry on. I can't.
Let me tell you something. These
I'm going to interrupt anyway.
You see my level of beer? I just opened this thing. Look. These Brits can drink.
Go on, carry on. Just get to the footage, man, before it explodes.
No, I mean, you're giving Latinos like me a bad name, motherfucker.
Come on, get to the footage, man. I can't hold myself any longer.
The footage delivers something that I think Prodigy said. Prodigy is the one I think off the top of my head. Maybe a few others, you guys. I'm not just saying Prodigy only said this. I think a few other guys, a few other cats in the Talkback World family.
.net.
Talkbackworld.net family have mentioned. But the acting was just absolutely phenomenal. Just the drama. We're greeted to a scene. All right, and this is maybe spoiler territory. You may not want to know this, so you may want to shut off around here. Spoiler territory. It's not even spoiler-ish, because, I mean, they're not going to give anything away to us, like plot points. So nothing plot point, really. But it opens up to Andrew Garfield playing Peter Parker being picked on, being bullied. Yeah. And the bullying scenes were like, whoa, intense.
Back in school. Basketball to the
face. Getting embarrassed in front of the girls.
Call a little pussy.
I mean, call a little pussy. I mean, dude, it's like, like
back in school.
Like I felt like I was in high school, right? The aesthetics were just like.
The only thing that was missing was a Spider-Man comic in my hand as they were doing it.
At that scene. So anyway, then there's a scene where I'm thinking remember this thing's cutting a lot, and we're not knowing what place and time is what. But I would imagine by this point he must have had his powers. Peter Parker has his powers. They don't say that in the footage we saw, but he attacks the bully. The bully tries to pick on him, and he's kind of like tells the bully, he's blocking the punch, telling the bully that he just finally, we all have that breaking point. I have a breaking point. Wake Up has a breaking point.
I had it yesterday, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that later on tonight, possibly, or early tomorrow. We have a whole big story to say about everything that we saw yesterday. What happened yesterday was a whole clusterfuck.
Get back to Spider-Man.
Let's get back to Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Come on.
So anyway, Spider-Man. So then we're treated to a scene where he's actually like pushing the bully up and whatnot, defending himself, and then that can just showing this kid, teaching him a lesson, that he won't mess with him anymore. Then we're treated to a scene where Uncle Ben, played by
Martin
Sheen, the great Martin Sheen, as Uncle Ben, and he comes in, and guys, I was walking to the hotel, and I was telling this to Wake Up, and he agreed with me. This scene had the weight of Christopher Reeve and Marlon Brando. I'm not saying it's as good as that, but it had that scene. The scene where Kal-El comes to the Fortress of Solitude from his first ventures, and he's excited, and he's telling his father, Jor-El, he's telling Jor-El, and Jor-El's like, he's like, his son's excited, he sees it, but he also wants to bring his son back to reality, like, my son, blah, 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 and just that dialogue, right, if you guys remember that, we get that here with Peter Parker now and Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben is like, you tell me the truth, did you do what
did you hit that kid?
Did you really hit that kid? Did you really do that to that kid?
Because he hit you.
And it's like, everything at this point is just like, it's, on point. I mean, you felt the drama, right?
Gravitas.
The gravity, right? It was just like I was watching like the chemistry, everything was great. So then all of a sudden, you know, Uncle Ben says, "Is this the same kid that has been bullying you, has been hitting you?" And, you know, it was obvious. Yeah, so, you know, Uncle Ben's like, so basically, this is all about getting even, isn't it? This is all about getting revenge, getting even. And, you know, I mean, just the way he's talking to this kid, it's just like a parent.
Schooling him. Yeah.
Schooling him right then and there. And I felt like this guy's a real parent. You okay?
Like, it wasn't as if it was Spider-Man anymore, was it? It was like a proper drama film.
It was like a proper drama film. It wasn't Spider-Man anymore.
This is Spider-Man?
I mean, this is
really?
Spider-Man.
Come on,
whoa,
man.
like, this is like, yeah, right?
It's what we've been waiting for, lads. Spider-Man to be taken fucking seriously.
Spider-Man taken seriously. So then,
proper film.
Yeah, so then, the next scene is Gwen Stacy walks in, and Uncle Ben, had seen a picture of her in his computer, and says, to him, "Oh, do I know you?" And she, you know, whatever. You know, and then something along the lines of,
"You're the girl in the computer.
You're the girl on his computer, aren't you?" And you know, totally embarrasses Peter Parker there, and that was a great scene. And so anyway, after he scolds Peter Parker, you know, "Hey, because of you, I had to come here because of your antics, and I can't pick up your Aunt May because I got to go to work. I have to go back to work and finish my shift. You know, you're gonna have to go pick up your aunt now because of all this," and blah 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 blah. And then Gwen Stacy comes in to talk to him, and the scene, if you guys remember, you know, 500 Days of Summer with who's the cat's name?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and
that chick.
That beautiful chick. I know her name.
Do it, just that chick.
Chloe Deschanel.
It doesn't matter. Just get to the Spider-Man.
So she's there, and remember that those scenes, right? We're getting this with Spider-Man now.
You never
the relationship.
The original trilogy.
No, Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire, compared to what I just saw, night and day. I mean, this is almost Oscar-worthy stuff. Like,
it's funny. It's really Andrew Garfield gives us an actual Peter Parker that's nervous, doesn't get the girl, and it feels. I've just finished watching. Actually, hang on. I've just finished watching the season 1 of the animated series of Spider-Man. Yeah, it felt like I was getting a film version of this. This felt like the same Peter Parker. This was the same Gwen Stacy. These were the actual real characters. I'd forgotten about that whole trilogy beforehand.
Yeah,
I'd forgotten about it. It's gone. Bang. It's out of there.
Yeah.
This was the film version of this. But I'll shut up. You carry on.
No. I mean, you project what you want. Yeah. So basically, at this point, we've seen the drama. Now I've seen what I wanted to see as far as dialogue, as far as content, as far as just the drama. You know, just the raw chemistry there.
But the rest of the
I said, check. And I had a big check. I'm like, ooh, okay. Now I want to see some action. Please show some Spider-Man swinging. I want to see some.
In spades. We got it in spades this time. A royal flush. We saw it in action.
It's amazing.
Fuck that CGI shit,
Fuck
man.
that
we
CGI
got ripped
stuff.
off previously in those last 3 films.
You see a real man in a suit swinging with the weight, all right, and bouncing off a wall.
Yeah. When he's
bouncing off a truck, running on the street. There's a funny scene where Spider-Man's on the floor. I guess he's playing possum to a criminal.
Oh.
Playing possum to a criminal, okay? Check this out. Playing possum. Oh,
he's got a knife.
But the guy pulls out a knife. The criminal pulls out a knife. He's like, "You're not a knife. You got a knife. Oh, my God." All right? Well, we didn't get to see the CGI. This scene had no CGI. But we're assuming that at this point, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is nailing this guy with webs.
As he's on the floor.
As he's, hi-ya, you know, whatever. No, I want to say hi-ya. I don't know if I heard that. You can say you heard that. I don't think I heard that.
Like a karate chop.
But it was like, and then
he's like playing.
He plays with this guy. He's got him on the wall. Mind you, there was no seat, there was no webbing in the scene whatsoever. No webbing, but just the acting of webs. The guy's pinned against a brick wall, and Spider-Man is just taunting him against the wall, like literally webbing him little by little, and just fucking him up with the webs, you know. And at one point, I think it's like a baseball player, like that, and like fucks him up. Again, it worked because I didn't see no webs.
It was funny.
It was just funny. Then there's a scene in the car.
Oh man,
There's a scene in the car. There's a scene in the car where he's in full outfit, and he's in the back seat of a criminal's car, and The guy looks back, is like, are you a cop?